Calgary Foothills.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The current government hiked property taxes for Calgarians when they increased the education budget and left the property tax formula unchanged. There is no doubt education funding is important, but increased property taxes will hurt Calgary. They are already facing job losses, increased personal taxes, and the looming dread of carbon tax. Why did the government choose to increase taxes and make things worse for Calgarians instead of finding funds for education through savings elsewhere?
Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're clear that the education budget is increasing by 2% plus enrollment. That was our commitment, and we followed through on that. We use the same formula for the education property taxes that's been used since 2013, which is 32% of funding for education comes from education property tax. For some context, in the past, 20 years ago, it was 51%, so it's gone rapidly down over those time period. The formula for distributing this education tax between municipalities has not changed. The amount of money, the provincial mill rate for education tax.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. For supplemental.
Given that Calgary has been able to cut costs for homeowners without reducing services or raiding reserve funds, since it's clearly possible to reduce costs by being financially prudent without what the government likes to call massive cuts, why does this government think it is impossible to lower costs through efficiencies while protecting frontline jobs when municipalities like Calgary are obviously able to do it?
Honourable Minister.
We are lowering the cost of government this year. We're about 2% growth in that, so that's really below the operational spending is lower than population plus inflation growth, far lower than the previous government's 4.6%. So we are keeping the mill rate down. This year it's 2.48 dollars per thousand. Last year it was 2.50. We understand there's some frustration, of course, from municipalities in Calgary in particular, but we have a $10.4 billion deficit and we can't meet all the needs that everybody has. We're going forward with a plan to increase spending on capital.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Second supplementary.
Thank you. Honourable Minister used to be a municipal leader, so if Calgary could do, Government of Alberta can do. Given that we have asked the government time and again to reduce costs while preserving frontline jobs and services, and given that we have provided the government with 10 different ways to do that, so when will the Finance Minister take our suggestions to lower costs and help Albertans instead of racking up the debt, introducing taxes they didn't campaign on, and hurting Albertans?
Good question.
Minister of Finance.
You know, going back to what we're doing to assist municipalities on a number of things, we're including work on the MGA. We're working with them on that, linear assessments, and potentially MSI. So municipalities have us working as a government with them across many platforms, and they will see a stronger, more predictable funding cycle going forward with this government.